There is an awesome little gem hidden away in the Pacific. A beautiful island with lush jungles and beautiful beaches, rich history, and amazing people with an awesome culture. I am Mark Gilbert, and I am here to tell you all about it. To those of you that are currently or previously served in the military, you may or may not have heard of a place in the Pacific called Okinawa, Japan. It is such a wonderful and mysterious place all at the same time. Before getting stationed at Kadena Air Base, Japan on Okinawa Island, I had never heard of this place. Today, we will talk about where it is, a little bit about the history and culture, as well as what makes it so special today. First off, let's talk about where it is and who lives there. Just where exactly is Okinawa, Japan? Okinawa is about 400 miles south of mainland Japan and is also about 400 miles east of China. Okinawa, or Oki, is about 460 miles around and is the largest of the Ryukyu Islands. The capital of Okinawa, or Naha, has a population of 32,000 residents. The outlying areas are in the range of about 800,000 and the rest being military, DoD families, for a total of 1.4 million residents. The island has 32 military bases as well as 48 training sites, which are host to 24,000 military members and civilians, leaving around 31,000 other civilians on the tiny island. Now that we know where Oki is and a little bit about the people that live there, let's briefly talk about the history of the island. The Ryukyu Islands were a bunch of islands with their own cultures, different dialects, and different heritages until they were unified in the early 1600s. Up until the time of World War II, Okinawan culture remained mostly the same. This was comprised of a strong mixture of Japanese as well as Chinese culture. After Japan drugged the U.S. into the Second World War with the events of Pearl Harbor, life for the peaceful yet isolated Okinawans was forever changed. Being a central location for the Japanese Empire's communications during the war, Okinawa was a huge target for Allied troops. Towards the end of the war, U.S. Marines and soldiers invaded and captured the island in what was known as the Battle of Okinawa. To some, it was known as the bloodiest battle of World War II. I didn't know that. Many people didn't know that. And I found out when I took a tour of the island. Anyways, since then, the island has been heavily saturated in U.S. and American culture. This is largely due to the fact that in 1972, Okinawa didn't belong to Japan, and ever since it has been returned, we still have about 25% of the troops still remaining there. We kind of made a big impression on them. Sounds like a really great place with a storied history. Now that we've learned about the past and what helped shape this place, let's get to know the island itself and a little bit more about the people that live there today. What's it like there today? Okinawa is such a great place. The people there are some of the most humble. In fact, their culture in their culture is frowned upon and is very disrespectful to be rude to others, unlike American culture in some ways. They're always smiling, helpful, courteous. They're always willing to go out of their way to take care of people that they don't even know. Okinawan people are very contrasting to their mainland brethren. Okinawa is to mainland Japan what Hawaii is to the continental US. Full of life, beautiful cultures, and bubbling personalities, while the more famous Tokyo, like our New York, is more serious, colder, and a lot less fun. The Oki natives called Tokyo the City of Black because they wear so much dark clothes, unlike their plentiful and vibrant colors of Okinawa. The food there is amazing. Anything from the famous Koko Ichiban Curry House franchise to the random hole-in-the-wall mom and pop noodle houses scattered around the island that all have some very delicious, delicious eating. You just really have to try your luck. There are also many vacationing spots out there, like Okuma or the Okuma Military Resort. You can also look for places, like White Beach or Hito Point if you're looking to go sightsee. Being an island, there are many beaches, almost white sand and and very like clear to ice blue water on all of them. It is very beautiful. To be honest, in all my time there and all the pictures I took, I could never do any of them justice as compared to seeing it in person. With an average temperature year round of about 72 degrees, you should go see it too. Okinawa is just a beautiful place all over. It's the type of place that you would love to go venture out and go do new things. Wow. Okinawa sounds like such an amazing place. Let's get a quick recap of the topics we talked about today. Now, there are many things about Okinawa you may or may not have known before today. Today we talked about where it is, how big it is, and the people that live there, the people that have lived there, and the military population on the island. We briefly talked about the rich history as well as what it is like to live there now. With all this knowledge, I encourage you to learn more about this beautiful place. Thank you. Again, my name is Mark Gilbert, and it's been my pleasure on sharing this wonderful place with this amazing culture and history with you guys today. Have a nice night. Thank you.